What's going on, Angelo family? In today's video, I'm going to talk about whether or not I recommend you get a Yoke steering wheel for your Tesla. I've had one for my Model S and my Model Y. Here are my thoughts. All right, guys. So I have here the Model S Yoke as well as the normal steering wheel over here for the Model S. So let's jump into the pros and cons of the Yoke steering wheel. Yoke steering wheel, because there is no top portion here, you're going to get a lot more visibility when you're driving on the road. When it comes to autopilot, you can put your hand right there, rest your arm over here, and you won't need to nudge the wheel as much because you're just rested and you can go on autopilot for a long period of time. That is pretty cool. Also, your friends, family will see this as kind of like a super different wheel and they'll get really excited about it. So most people, when they come in my car, they say this looks like a fighter jet handle wheel. So it is kind of cool for people to say that, and it's like, wow, I didn't really realize that. So that's the cool part about the wheel. Similar to the wheel we have over here, haptic feedback, where it's just like, touch buttons where you can touch here and this will turn on the lights, signaling, everything of that nature for this. When it comes to steering, this is the biggest con. Here are the cons. It's very hard to turn the wheel. When you're turning the wheel, it's like a giant square rotating, and it just is very unpleasant to drive. Especially when you have full self-driving and the car is driving it yourself. Imagine a giant square going in a circle, making U-turns, turning left, turning right, auto parking, and it is very scary because it doesn't feel natural in your hand. Usually you want to have your hand at all times when the car is doing autopilot or when it's doing full self-driving. And because you have this wheel, it is very hard to keep switching your hands in different places, and it's like a giant square coming to hit you. So that is a big con with the Yoke steering wheel. Also, this Yoke steering wheel, I'm very lucky, but several car owners have had the stitching peel off on the Yoke. So this over here has peeled off and just looks really bad. It's not a nice sight to see. As the Yoke tends to age, it starts peeling off and it gets kind of destroyed throughout ownership of the car. So that is not a fun thing. Another thing with the Yoke is that although there is a Yoke, this older version of Tesla Model S, which is 2022, it doesn't allow you to honk the horn. You have to honk up here. Similar to right there, that's where the where the horn is. So you have to press this, and this is not an option to press this. You have to actually press the button here, and that's kind of a headache. So that's kind of like another con about the steering wheel. Also, Tesla now charges around $750 to $1,000 for the Yoke, depending on when you order the Yoke steering wheel. Do I recommend it for $1,000? Absolutely not. You buy yourself something good for that $1,000 and you save that $1,000. Let's go into this wheel over here. This cost me about, I think, $700 at the time. Not too sure, I forgot. But this is the wheel that does come with most Teslas now for the S and the X. It's free and it's included. This wheel is really good. If you've had a Model 3 wheel before, Model Y wheel, a little smaller and doesn't feel as nice as this. They have great material here for the Model S with regards to the wheel. Also, when you're doing the autopilot, as well as full self-driving, it does feel more natural, where your hand can kind of go around the wheel as it spins, as it turns. You don't have that scary giant square spinning around, feeling like you're going to get into a car crash. So that's the interesting part about this. With regards to this wheel, you do have the buttons here, which I don't like. I wish the buttons were kind of more haptic feedback, like the new Model 3 Highland, where you can actually press it, but they are touch sensitive. The horn is not here. This is the airbag. The horn is over there, so you do have like the airbag coming over here. I'm sorry, for the Tesla. So keep that in mind. So now, some cons about this: because you do have this portion over here of the wheel, you don't get that full viewpoint that so many people like, right? Also, I did notice a lot more nudging because I'm here on this wheel. I can't just rest my hand like I do with the Yoke. I do have to nudge a bit more when I'm on autopilot, right? This is a normal wheel. no one's gonna give you any compliments on that, so that's a bummer. Not really, it's not a big deal. However, I've had friends drive this car and they all say that the yoke looks cool, but it's hard to drive, so we all prefer this wheel. My driving experience for the Model S was not that good when I had the yoke. I was like kind of regretting buying the car, and then when I switched over to the new steering wheel, I noticed I'm much happier and more inclined to drive the car because it feels like a normal car. It is a lot easier to drive on road trips, and whenever I want to download full self-driving, I'm able to use this wheel and not feel scared that I'm going to get in a car crash or this giant square is spinning and is going to hit me. So that is my opinion on the steering wheel. If I had to do everything over again, I would definitely go to the round steering wheel. It's just a much more pleasant experience to drive the car. You don't have to pay for the upgrade for $1,000 now for that yoke. And it is a lot safer on full self-driving. If you're a huge Tesla fan and you think full self-driving is the way to go, get this, right? A giant square turning like this as you're going to drive the car to your destination, it's a hassle and it's scary, right? Unfortunately now, according to the Tesla service, they said I can't put this back on because it may have a airbag hazard now that the wheel has been removed, so I do have to stick with this new steering wheel. However, I don't regret it at all. This steering wheel, above and beyond, a lot better. If you had the Model 3 and the Model Y, I've had the yoke for that car as well, and the yoke was cool. However, I did experience the same issues with it, right? You were having a lot of trouble with, you'd have a lot of trouble with U-turning, full self-driving, and then I just switched back to normal wheel, and it has been so much better with the normal wheel. So yoke is cool. If you like it, go ahead and get it. When you're driving, you're doing your launches, whatever it may be, it is nice to hold on to this like this, and you do feel like you're in a aircraft or a jet plane going really fast, especially with the 0 to 60s in this car. However, when you're actually going on long road trips, when you're driving to and from work, when you're driving to wherever it may be, this is the best steering wheel for you. I truly like this. Don't pay $1,000 for the yoke. It is kind of like a party trick thing. It just looks cool, but this steering wheel is a lot better. So final thoughts, gotta go with the normal round steering wheel over the yoke. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, whether or not I'd get the yoke or the normal steering wheel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We're growing so fast. I have a newsletter. Would love for you guys to sign up. It's called the Silicon Buddy. I go over all my Tesla videos. I post them there. I send you guys emails on that, and I talk about all my experiences with business, technology, as well as my podcast. So check that out. I do have some courses on Skillshare as well with regards to kind of business, how to get a job, how to podcast, and anything in regards to technology. So that's down linked below if you guys want to join my Skillshare, or if you want to sign up for my newsletter. Please also check out my Instagram, subscribe to that, follow that page. We're trying to grow that as well, and my TikTok. So thank you guys so much for watching, Jello family. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed the Tesla content. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep producing great content for y'all. Peace.